My life has been a blessing, the biggest blessing of all, my family. I was given a wonderful mother who raised me to be respectable in society and follow my dreams to do God's work. My father taught me how to exemplify my faith through servitude. My brothers made me tough. They taught me that no matter what I go through in life, I can persevere and stand strong in my faith. My little sister Lindsay made me cautious. Watching her grow up has made me more protective, but she also gave me the gift of joy. Growing up in such a good, normal home seemed like a typical thing to me when I was younger. It wasn't until about sixth grade that I really started to realize that not everyone was as lucky as me. I lived in Shiloh, Illinois from first through third grade, and then again for 2 years in sixth and seventh grade. My mom volunteered with an organization called Kids for Christ. It was an after school program for kids to go learn about God and do small Bible crafts to take home to their family. I went through this program when I was in elementary school, and as I got older, I started to volunteer in middle school. One day, at the start of my sixth grade summer, my mom asked me if I wanted to go with her to Kids for Christ. I was not excited this time because it was cutting into my summertime. I didn't want to go, but my dad was currently 4 months into a 6 month deployment to Qatar in the Middle East, so I figured she just didn't want to be alone. I reluctantly agreed. We were driving in the same direction as always, but when we got to the school, she missed the turn. Where are we going? I asked. She told me that the summer program was slightly different from the normal Kids for Christ I had experienced so far. We pulled into the driveway in front of a small, torn up building with the signature Kids for Christ logo pressed onto a sign above the front door. There were kids all around playing, but it wasn't like the Shiloh location. They didn't have nice equipment or a lot of toys. There were hula hoops, sidewalk chalk, and a few partially deflated balls. When we went inside, it wasn't much better. Aside from a few wall decorations and a play kitchen, there wasn't a whole lot for the kids to entertain themselves with. My mom walked me over to the back of the building to a fold-out table in the corner where there was a ton of food, mostly sandwich supplies and bags of chips. The ladies sitting at the table were working like crazy to build an assembly line of sandwiches. My mom had me bag them all up separately with a few snacks and a water bottle. I did this over and over for what felt like an hour, but it was probably like 15 minutes in reality. We put all the bags into boxes and loaded them into several different cars, including my mom's. We got back on the road and started to head towards East St. Louis, which, for anyone who doesn't know, was the second most deadly city in the nation that year. We went to Washington Park and unloaded the cars. I didn't exactly know what was going on then, but out of nowhere, nearly 50 kids all started popping up around the park to come get their food. They were all different ages, from probably 3 years old to 18. The older kids waited back to make sure all the younger ones got something to eat first. You could see the gratitude in their actions and their eyes. The next stop we took was to a very rundown apartment complex that was surrounded by grown men with guns. It was a gang that lived throughout the community, and they knew we were there to feed the kids, so they stood guard in the streets out of respect for the ladies who put their time, money, and love into making sure those kids got to eat. I did not get to be part of this delivery because my mom thought it'd be safer for me to stay in the car, but the lives that were affected stick with me to this day. The main takeaway I got from the story is that God will provide joy in mysterious ways. I saw kids that grew up with nothing and nobody there to watch them, smiling and content, all because a few people decided to make a difference. To this day, I think back on that experience and thank God for the blessing He has given me and used me to give to others. Thank you.